Guys, we did it. We made it back for another episode of Let's Make Mistakes. I hope you are doing well. If not, that's okay too. Now let's get a few questions out of the way. Did it take me too long to draw this up? Yes, it did. Is it not symmetrical at all? Of course. And is it too late to be making a video? Duh. I don't feel bad about this. I'd much rather be spending my time with you guys. Dude, you could be anywhere, you could be watching anything, but we're here together. And that's what matters. This is Let's Make Mistakes, where I will not teach you how to do art, but what we can do is we can learn how to mess up, we can grow, be better, and learn a bit about ourselves in the process. Now, before we get too far into things, I wanted to share a quote from the great Rick Rubin. It is from his book, The Creative Act, A Way of Being. Now, the entire book is very quotable, and his way with words is enchanting, I guess, is the best way I can put it. I'd suggest you look into it. But the quote being, "Your desire to create must be greater than your fear of it." I don't think that's a direct quote from the book, I will be honest. I came across this book not too long ago, started it this week. The audiobook, of course. You know I cannot read. Now, I was using the bathroom at work. Rick Rubin is playing through my headphones. I leave my phone outside because rules mandate I cannot bring my phone inside the bathroom in order not to time waste. As he is spitting this knowledge that I would never come across organically, as I am doing my business, he says that quote, "Your desire to create must be greater than the fear of it." I proceeded to pull a pen from my pocket, write that quote down on my leg so that I do not forget it. It was such an aha moment because I hope I'm not the only one that feels this way. But I have certain feelings to where I understand what some people are saying, but I cannot convey those feelings through words. And whenever I hear someone speaking like Rick Rubin, who has such a way with those words, it tickles the brain in the part that I cannot scratch. Does that make sense? Probably not. Listen to what Rick Rubin has to say, because it reaches a lot further than making things. He's truly a yogi of the arts. It hits a nerve. It's when a gym bro helps you out at the gym and corrects your form on a certain exercise. You begin to work muscles you didn't know were there. Does that make sense? Alright, let's get back on track here. Now, my music that I've been bumping this week, obviously is Rihanna. We knew this already. Specifically, her song Higher. Dude, when artists reach like almost max RPMs in the way that they use their voice, she is close to screaming on that song. And it itches my brain in ways that I cannot explain. And it's only like, what is it, a 2-minute song? Because she starts out so casual, just, this whiskey got me feeling pretty. Almost like laid back, drink in her hand, like she's just riding a wave. But dude, because this song is almost like a drunk text times 1,000. Whoever it is and she's singing to in that song, she just needs them there. And she just revs it. She puts the gas to the floor, dude. Just raw emotion like that, that's gonna get me every time. I've also been jamming to some jazz, of course. My taste is elevated. Some of you may not understand yet, but it's okay, we all make mistakes. Art Blakely and the Jazz Messengers. Can we talk about how much energy those songs give me? Automatic energy boost. It gets me where I need to go. I can beat bop around, the high tempo keeps me moving. It's like whenever you're playing Mario Kart and you hit a speed boost on the ground, that's Art Blakely. Because there's no words to focus on. Now when I'm beat bopping around work, I can't focus on lyrics. It's perfect. I don't have to be stimulated by lyrics. It's just the sax, the drums, and whatever else is in the ensemble. Keeps me motivated, keeps me moving. Art Blakely and the Jazz Messengers. Music truly affects how I act and how my feelings are. Like, a good song is the wind I need in my sails at certain moments throughout any given day. I can feel beaten down by certain circumstances, and I can feel so dried out and just unmotivated. And then I get like a Dominic Fike song coming on. I get Mona Lisa in my ears, and then I'm rejuvenated. And I just have such an appreciation for how much music has gotten me through so much, not even just pick-me-ups and stuff like that. It's because I find certain connections to songs and certain events. Like today, a song came on because I was with my friends. We went and played laser tag. It was so sick. And then we went back to a friend's house to have some dinner. Made some sandwiches, some subs. It was so, dude, today was great. But a song came on and we were just chilling. Hello Darlin' by Conway Twitty. That song has such a, it's a very positive connotation, but it also has some negative aspects attached to it as well. Like, that's the song that me and my family listened to on the day of my grandmother's funeral, because she was such a big fan of Conway. And that's what I have attached to that song. Personally, that's what I have attached to Hello Darlin'. And hearing it in such a casual setting, like a friend's house where I'm having a good time, my brain feeds me that reminder of my grandmother and my appreciation for my family and the togetherness I felt on that day. And that's such a beautiful thing when you have such a deep connection to a piece of art, a piece of music, that you can be reminded of someone, a place, a thing that gives you so much joy and love attached to what someone has made. And there's nothing quite like that, you know? Almost like a living memory. Because when you attach certain feelings, certain thoughts, and remembrances to those pieces of art, it doesn't go away. Okay. We got serious. It's okay. We got serious, but now we can move on to another topic that came across me today. Now, when you're doing a certain action or you're taking care of some responsibility on your own accord, you're doing it because it needs to be done, whatever it may be, and then say someone secondary is to say, hey, you should go do that thing. While you're doing the thing, hey dude, I'm doing it. I am aware that the secondary person is more than likely coming from a good place and trying to help. But it starts a rage in me that oh my god. Dude, I'm so thankful. Like I'm so very thankful. Like, for you, if you're watching this video right now, I'm so thankful for you. It's very helpful to zoom out because you can get so wrapped up in your day-to-day, like certain responsibilities, your workflow, that kind of thing. It just helps whenever I get a second to myself and I come to the realization of just we're floating on a rock in space, and you keep zooming out and zooming out and zooming out. It's a miracle, dude. You're a miracle. This whole thing it's unprecedented what's happening here. Time has come so far, and so much has happened just so we could be here right now with each other. Now, if you have those feelings every single day, now it doesn't hurt to remind yourself of this, but I'm thinking in terms of if you look a little too far into it, and that's, at least personally, that's when it can start to get a little existential. Why are we here? Does this even matter? That kind of thing. I steer away from those connotations, because that can spin you out. I go just about to the percentage where I'm so thankful to be alive, and I'm thankful for the little piece of the world that I get to see every day and experience and share with such beautiful and amazing people. So I think that's a helpful trick to just center yourself a little bit. Remind yourself that the world doesn't revolve around just you and your problems. That we've come so far to be right here, right now, and experience all of this together. Dude, I was going to reset my internet. I was just turning it on and off. It was acting weird. And where we keep the router, we have this bookshelf library thing going on. And I came across my mom and dad's yearbooks from the late 70s, early 80s. That was a big realization of my place in the world, almost. That was a very cathartic feeling. I don't even know what cathartic means. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Cleansing the bowels, promoting evacuations by stool. Hold on. An agent for purging the bowels. No. A laxative. No. That releases emotional tension, especially after an overwhelming experience. Yeah, I guess I used it in the right way, sort of. Because I remember my high school experience. It wasn't that long ago, but it kind of put me in my place a little bit of how the timeline has come down to me, and just seeing all the signatures and the photos and the handwritten notes in the margins of the yearbook to each of my parents. It just put such a big smile on my face, just telling how much they appreciate them as people, and how pretty and kind and nice that they were. Because you get a certain version of your parents as a child, and looking up to them and learning from them, at least in my case, that's what I see them as a guide through life in the early years. Seeing how appreciated they were as teenagers, that is a completely separate version of them. Reading the notes in the margins of the yearbook, it was just a testament to almost affirming to what I already knew of them. That was what I was overcome with, just from then to now. Like the timeline led to me doing this. And that's such a grounding feeling. God, I wish I had like a teleprompter of my thoughts, just going line by line of what's going on in my head, because I have certain thoughts that I cannot just put into words. And I try to do this, and I watch it back, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm not writing a script for this. That's too much. That's not genuine. That's not what I want this to be. I would just like us to sit around. We can chill, maybe make something, and talk about life, you know? Enjoy each other's company and just be still for a moment, you know? That's what I envision this to be. Now I know I can be more creative. Almost 5 a.m. But hey, I'd rather be here right now. I'd rather be right here. Oh, one thing I got into recently is seeing footage of trail cameras. Like a camera set up in the woods, maybe along a path, or like a stream. You just get like a great view of wildlife in its natural state. And I find that so beautiful. Unless you're sitting in the woods, I know some photographers do, They put on a ghillie suit and wait around to get that perfect shot for National Geographic. I know those people. They spent their time in the woods and in the natural habitats of some of these animals, but it's such a feeling that's warm and cozy, and I can appreciate, because the animals, they were gonna live like that regardless if somebody was watching it or not. They're doing their own thing. They don't need us as an audience, but it is reassuring almost. Like, life is happening right now. At this very second. Life and all the creatures in it, that's happening. And it's gonna keep happening. I don't know, reassuring is the only word that is a constant in my head. I think that's what I have. My family has such an attachment to the beach. I'm sure a lot do. But it's, especially for me, it's such an attachment, because no matter what time zone I'm in, no matter what year it is, no matter what's happening around me at any given time, I know the waves are crashing. I know the breath of the earth is in a constant flow of in and out and in and out. I'm practicing on staying mindful in my day-to-day reality, trying to be the best version of myself I can be, not just for other people's sake, but for my own sanity, I guess. I want to reach my potential, as I'm sure many people do. I want to see what me at 100% looks like. Not just trying to get by, not doing it to make a quick dollar. I want to know what that feels like, what that looks like, what it smells like to be at my best. You know, because I only know certain versions of that. Versions that I don't know well enough. That's why we're here, dude. That's exactly why we're here. Maybe not for all that, at least. But we're here to continue to be better. Dude, I'm so tired. I'm like, if someone else were in the room right now, I would be laughing chaotically at whatever someone else says or does. I'm that kind of loopy, you know? When you're at a sleepover with your best friend and the lights are off, parents are expecting you to go to sleep any minute now, but every single thing that happens is hilarious, and you can't swallow that laughter, you can't keep it in, and you're loopy, essentially. Like, some of my hardest laughs are from when we weren't supposed to be laughing. We as in the people that make me laugh, because yeah, I can make myself laugh. Like, I do dumb stuff and I giggle to myself, or I say something stupid on here and I giggle to myself, but dude, whenever I'm with my people, man, it's constant. It's gonna get really loud whenever we're loopy. I need that. As much as I need to let some tears out every now and then, I need to let those laughs out. Because they build up exactly how those tears do. It's almost the same thing. It's the yin yang right there, baby. Because it's as healthy as a good cry is for me, a good laugh is that same. It's the same thing, you know? I'm just gonna cut to the outline of this because this is taking me way too long, and I'm gonna touch this up, but I'll see you in a second. It's a lot more comfortable, makes me feel like home, and less like a logo for a superhero or something. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. You matter. I make these videos for my own personal gratification, so I can better track my progress in doing something I love and care about. I hope you enjoy. It's a little too late. I'm gonna go let Avril Lavigne sing me to sleep. Good night, everybody.